I'm from Rajasthan in India.
Uh-huh.
It's the desert region of India.
Okay.
I was born in a small village, and I grew up in a small town in India called Pilani.
Okay.
I come from a place where female infanticide was high, where child marriage and female infanticide and witch hunting, things that you read in books, are reality. The norm was for the girls not to study much, not to go out of the home too much. They did not have the opportunity to study. They did not have the opportunity to meet and choose their husband. It was pretty much arranged by parents. My father made sure that I study.
Mm-hmm.
So I was more like an exception within my family.
So education, it was a turning point then for your dad and your life trajectory.
Yes, that changed. That changed the path we took. And I was in India like 10 years ago or more, so things have changed a lot. The cities are probably not very different from US. The contrast is in the rural places. There are different gradients of poverty, there are different gradients of richness, and a lot of the times if you're in one strata, you don't see what is happening in the other strata. I know a very known politician of capital of India, Delhi, said that it's not safe for girls to go out in the night. While I would think that it's the responsibility of the government to make it safe, and the society to make it safe for the girls to be able to go out in the night, rather than tell them that we can prevent assaults, so just stay in your house.
Wow. So it's just kind of surrendering to the way it is now instead of saying this isn't okay.
Right.
Let's
so
change it.
That's what I'm saying. Assault is in US as well, but I feel it's a lot more prevalent and you feel a lot more helpless in India. It's on the streets, in your face, and oftentimes the poor are getting, the worst of it. Who decided, okay, I need to come up with a religion? Who decided I need to come up with marriage, the process? So I don't know, this is just my theory that who created it and who propagates it is the one. History is always told by the one who writes. The hunter would always be glorified because the lion never got to tell his story. I think religion took the same turn, like people who got in charge of it and who survived, wrote the history or wrote the religion or wrote the next interpretation. So religion being passed on, I think, is just an interpretation of what the previous religion holder had it in place. I guess in Christians it's Pope, right? Like there's some authority who says what this religion is about. And in India, it's interesting, we have had many religions. And in India, I thought that it was a way of thinking, a way of living life, and a way a society arranges themselves and whatever faith or belief they have in, right? But then if you see history, a certain caste in Hinduism was made in charge of religion, the Brahmin caste. So they became very rich by installing fear. So one thing that religion does very well is instill fear. And I thought that is not USA. And I thought, USA is about standing up for what you believe in. So my image of US was made from Bay Area. My image of US was made from Stanford and Austin.
Right.
And I had not seen this kind of a US. I just took it for granted that discrimination is a thing of past. Last election and everything that is going on around us has made me think a lot in last 2-3 years that everybody looks very friendly, and they would smile, but they might not be. Something else is going on in their mind, because we know who was elected. I'm very aware of it now, and I perceive and I question more. I question more and I perceive things differently, thinking that whatever I'm seeing is not the truth. There is a truth behind what I see, and I would not know.
So you feel more mistrustful
Yes.
of intentions, motivations, things like that?
I do. I don't understand. Like, where does it end? Where does the discrimination end? Is it like race based? Is it gender based? And I used to think things are better here, but the more I see and learn and observe, it's like everything is here as well, all those things. And I wonder what makes people blind to the things that seem totally wrong. How can somebody justify it? That's what I don't understand. It's like superstition in India. There are many superstitions that you cannot debunk with any amount of education.
Okay, you have made it to the end of this interview, and you might have noticed it ended kind of abruptly. Give me a little grace here. This was my very first interview that I did with the Bright Muse a few months ago, and I'm just now airing it. But I'm a little bit better at it now, and with all the editing, yada yada, I couldn't figure out a really good way to close this out. So it did end abruptly. If you have any questions or thoughts or opinions, you know you have opinions because we are groomed to have opinions and share them online because we think it's super important. But it is important. I really want to hear your comments, thoughts, all of that. So please let me know what you think. If you like this episode, please share the link. Thanks for watching.